giving gift really is a love language for many, right? And I mean, it's not just for women. And I mean, and also it's Christmas, so a lot of gift wrapping. And I know I'm expecting something huge very soon. But right about now, we're talking the relationship segments. And I am here with a very stunning lady who goes by the name Didi Edet, right?
Yes.
I got that, right? She is definitely popularly known as a matchmaker, the Lagos matchmaker, and you've definitely been known to matchmake a whole lot of celebrities and people in general. And this is definitely not my first time meeting you.
Yeah.
Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
I mean, I was saying I love your hair.
Thank you.
And your whole getup. It looks so nice and pristine. Okay, so today we're talking about gift giving. I mean, it's Christmas. A lot of people will be thinking of what to wrap. But now we're talking about gift giving in relationships, right? So let me start with the importance. Being in this dating game, what would you say over the years has been the importance, or is the importance of gift giving in relationships?
Oh, it's very important because it's the way to tell the other person that you care.
Okay.
You know, that's like the basic way to tell someone that you care. And it's just not in tangible gifts. It comes in different ways, of course.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, so during a period like this Christmas, you want to be able to give a gift that invokes emotions in the person. So not just a regular gift, like everyone just goes for like the generic perfume, and we want to go beyond that.
At least you even went for perfume. You're talking about book sales. You went far, really far. Okay, so before we go into the issue solely, let me do a little bit about your background. I mean, I know you, but just for people that don't, right? So tell us how you got into the whole dating scene and matchmaking scene, and how you became popularly known as the Lagos matchmaker.
Okay, so I started by, I mean, I think like most people do, you know, you try to match up a friend and a friend, and it just kept working out. So a friend was like, why don't you just do this, you know, long-term, like a job? I was like, maybe more like a hobby, you know, so that's how I started. And it was just really fulfilling, so I just kept going with it. It was just that much fun.
Are you serious? And like it literally just grew to something this tangible now?
Yeah.
Okay, so now what are the major challenges of what you do?
At first, the challenges was trying to explain to people what we do. Because most people are confused. You're like, is this for...
Especially in Nigeria.
Yeah, like, is this for hookup? Is this for, you know, different things? And we have to specify that, no, this is for people that are single and want a long-term relationship. So that's like the end goal.
Okay.
Yeah, so a long-term relationship doesn't have to be marriage, but just a long-term relationship.
Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, so now back to gift giving. So we were talking about how we should try to give people gifts this season that evoke emotions. Okay, so tell me more about that.
Well, like the love languages, everyone has one.
Oh, yes.
You know, I mean, I don't know if everyone has been able to identify their love language or even their partner's
Gift giving
love
is
language.
definitely one of mine. Just putting it out there.
So you have to kind of speak the person's language. It's like talking to someone that speaks Yoruba, and normally you don't speak Yoruba, but one day you just speak Yoruba to them. It invokes a whole different, you know, emotion. It's like, oh, wow, person made the effort to learn to speak this language just for me, you know, so you want to make it about that person when you're giving a gift, not about yourself.
Okay. Okay, so now for what you're saying, I think I'm perceiving that, okay, you're saying, so gifts given in this season shouldn't be just tangible gifts. But in this part of the world, would you really say we appreciate those kind of things? Like, okay, now, I mean, I'm looking at, let's say I have my eye on some diamonds or some jewelry or something, and my partner is talking about evoking my emotions. Hello, diamonds evoking naturally. So what would you say about situations like that?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have just believed that their gifts, you know, that's their love language. I'm not sure a lot of people that feel like it's their love language, it is. Because there are other love languages like words of affirmation, acts of service, you know, physical touch. And all of them have different gifts that you could give to that person that would invoke emotions. And even gift giving, people always think it's something tangible, expensive. And gift giving mostly is like what they say, it's a thought that counts, actually. So sometimes you can have two people dating you, or two people that you're talking to, and then one person gets your perfume and the other person gets your perfume too. And you appreciate one more because maybe it feels like this person knows who I am. Because people that know you would know kind of perfume that you like.
Right.
And then someone gets you like a generic one. You're like, it might be more expensive, but you're like, I appreciate this, you know, because you're polite. But the other one is like, oh, this person really knows me. So it's not about the perfume. It's about the thoughts. Yeah.
Behind it. Nice. Okay, so now, since the main issue now is understanding the person you're with, now let's talk more about that. So now this is the love language of the thing. I mean, we've spoken about it on the show before. But the thing is that how do you get to understand the love language of your partner and then respect it? Because I've been in situations where people, you understand you say you understand me, however, but you still just do what you want to do anyway. So how do we understand the love language and then put in conscious efforts to respecting it and acting on it?
Yeah, it's a little difficult. Well, I mean, if you're intentional, you can.
Okay.
Like for me, my love language is gifts. And someone's love language, they will speak it to you too. It's not just that, oh, I only hear Yoruba. You will speak it too. So your love language is gift. You will actually be a gift giver as well.
True.
So,
True.
yeah, so I usually would give gifts. And then I realized at a point, I have an uncle and I was like, I always give him gifts. I don't feel like it invokes the emotion that I feel like it does for me. Because you assume the other person, just like when you go on the street and you assume the other person speaks Igbo with you, and you just start speaking Igbo.
True.
And they don't. So I assume that, it would be the same thing. But after a while, I thought about it. I realized his love language is quality time. He always wants everyone to come over to spend time with him. Really doesn't care about gifts. It's just time for him. So that's his love language. So you have to try and speak the other person's love language, by being intentional about that.
Oh, okay, okay. So now, right, so it's not just about wrapping stuff up and giving. So can we ask, or how can we find, let's say you're not, or maybe you're not been with this person so long. I mean, Christmas is just like barely 2 weeks away. So how can we get to find out? Is it good to ask, okay, what would you like? What do you think about things like that?
What would you like is, it's a lazy approach, I think. I mean, it'll get you the answer.
Yeah,
it will. But I mean, it's more, I feel like the emotions are more, intense when you actually kind of just surprise them by knowing it. And I think it's pretty easy if you've been with someone for a while or you know them, because they would speak the love language to you as well. So if they always want to spend time with you, like, let's go to the movies, let's do this, let's do that, so it's likely that quality time is important to them. If they're the kind of person that would always want to just, tell you I'm proud of you, you're looking beautiful, they're always giving you those words of affirmation, you would guess that that would be their own love language too. So you try to reciprocate that. You have to kind of just really study the person
and just
a little.
know what it is. Okay, thank you so much. I mean, it's been really insightful talking to you, and I hope you've learned a thing or two about gift giving in this season. It's not just about the gifts, right? The thoughts really goes a very long way. Thank you so much, Didi, for being here. It's always a pleasure speaking with you.